What's up, viewers, subscribers, and agents alike? This your boy Enlightened Luciferian Prince coming at y'all once again. Hopefully, people, everybody's in good health, good wealth. Everybody's maintaining, doing what they got to do in their own personal sphere. Perfectly fine. We're going to go ahead and try to drop a little bit of this tax knowledge on you real quick. Now, it's really not tax knowledge, but it's really just basically entity classification according to quote-unquote Internal Revenue Code. Now, before I proceed, let me say this. Two things. One thing is, this does not constitute legal advice, nor does it constitute anything anti-government. The sole purpose of the information is for educational and informational purposes only. Now, when it also comes to another thing, please pause this video because my videos are not made for children, as is according to the channel analytics. Because what I will say is that many times they try to shadow ban a lot of creators of content on certain channels or certain airwaves based upon a certain president. We already know what it is. Anyone that ever has a degree of knowledge, and I'm not talking about paper that you put on your wall, I'm talking about a certain overstanding about things in society, they often try to shadow ban us. So yes. And third, please ignore the background noise. It's fine. It is what it is. Hey, deal with it. I tried. This is Form 8832, Entity Classification Election. So for those people who basically have done their SF-181, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I will pause and say this. For a lot of people who feel compelled that they have to basically rush the processes, or rush the forms, don't worry about that. You can do all of your processes and all your forms and all these declarations in one day if you dedicate that particular day to, the notion of you're right. The loud as hell. Sorry, y'all. It's background noise. But basically, threw me on track. But you can basically do it all in one day based upon how you work. But it all boils down to not falling into the hopeless sense of you not being able to do it. You can basically do it by A, reviewing the forms, B, reviewing the legal definition of the form, and C, also delving into what the purpose of the form is. But I'm going to go ahead and simplify it before y'all wind up paying significant people, so quote unquote, on social media, a lot of money. Here we go. 8832 Entity Classification Election. Now, you already know your name, your number, street name or address, and the employee identification number. This is why I try to stress and emphasize with people who have what's called, quote unquote, a 1041 form and an EIN number that coincides with it. Because they're not asking for a social, they're asking for an employee identification number. So this only applies to trusts that people who basically have trust established are established in a sense of legalistic trust. But you're still operating by the conjunction of what is conjoined with the social security number. That is the truth. But you don't use dashes because no estate pays taxes, period. That's why on this particular form, it says employee identification number, also known as an EIN, for those people who don't know what it means. Now, when it says check late classification relief sought under Revenue Procedure 2009-41, relief sought. So here we go. Type of election: initial classification by a new form entity or change in current classification. Those are very insidious terms, but you have to understand and overstand that basically what they're asking for is whether or not you recognize who you're really trying to become in a legal sense, and also are you exempt from certain taxation laws, which is Title 26, which is attached to your bank account if you have one. Here we go. Has the eligible entity previously filed an entity election that had an effective date within the last 60 months? You figure that out, because this does not constitute legal advice. Can't talk about it. I'm just being real. Now, let's go down to line 4. Name of owner, identifying number of owner is very important, because the EIN number is the person who actually owns the so-called corporation or corporate entity, and it's the sole proprietor. Sole proprietors don't pay taxes. Remember that. Now, your election information in part 1, type of entity, you'll see if you go to the form, and this form is revised by the year of 2013. So you don't have to really worry about the excess pages or definitions. Really, all it really boils down to on this form is just filling out your basic sovereign capacity in regards to this and sending this to the IRS or faxing it to them because of COVID. And basically just enjoying the benefits of what comes later. Now, I have to do a little bit of digging into my paperwork or whatever, but I will show you an example of where I used to work, quote unquote, like in regards to societal constructs, and I don't pay taxes. And I'm one of the few melanated people who can literally say I don't pay taxes. I can say it on the airwaves. I can shout it from the rooftops. Hell, I'll make a flag. I don't pay taxes. Nothing that I own, as far as my own wages or increases is concerned, I don't pay taxes. Now, people say, well, you pay state tax or sales tax. Well, it all depends on how far you travel. But you don't have to. That's voluntary. Slavery is voluntary. Now, a lot of people get it confused because they think that it all negates down to basically saying, oh, well, okay, well, I have to. You choose to. You know, it's just like a person who knows how to cook but doesn't really want to cook. You know how to cook, but you choose to starve yourself. You have the expertise to actually make a decent meal or make yourself something that you wish to desire to actually eat, but you don't want to. Taxes are the same way. You don't have to pay taxes. I don't give a fuck what any conservative son of a bitch has to say about it. I don't care. You don't have to pay taxes. Now, if you file a 1040 and you try to coincide that with a W-8BEN, you don't do a Form 56 that's updated with your employer, yeah, you're liable. And unfortunately, a lot of you people that I know on these channels who work for the beast system, who work for the government, yeah, you have to pay taxes because you work for the beast. The beast pays you directly. But not all of us have to pay taxes. Now, I'm not a tax protester. I'm just being real because I'm going by the black and white of what actually coincides with what they say is voluntary in individuality in regards to taxation law. Straight. I would challenge any lawyer. That's a bold statement because people are like, well, any lawyer? Yeah, anyone. To prove the statute that says that you have to pay taxes that is mandated. You don't. You choose to. Now, all you people getting these stimulus payments, so forth and so on, it's all interest that is accrued behind the commercial process of what the United States is operating by, which is a lot of things you don't know about. And as far as they can keep it, they want you to stay just that damn sleep. Straight. Because a return, a stimulus, or a tax return is one of the same thing. It is what it is, people. It's coming to a head where it comes down to now that we have been lackadaisical in our commercial processes about a lot of stuff going on in this country. And I'll keep it real with you. You know, I want to start my own airline. Real talk. Now, this is just a joking, satirical, really. But I'm going to call it Exodus Airlines. It's going to be an all-black airplane that just flies to select people, a few people who want to get the fuck up away from this shit. It is what it is. You come on my airline, talk about you've been vaccinated. You come on my airline with a mask, I'm going to knock your ass out and throw you out the sky. Straight up. Y'all people got to goddamn wake up. Because you have to realize in your capacity, they don't like you. in regards to certain avenues or whatever the case may be, but they need you for some reason. Yeah, I've been seeing that for those people who actually have Amazon Prime. I want you to watch a series called Them. Very disturbing. But it all boils down to the colonialistic idea of these people preying upon us. Yeah, they prey upon us straight up. I'll say it. I'm not racist, I'm real. But they prey upon us. They don't like you, but they need you for some reason. And y'all are really just, not y'all as far as overall, but some are just being experiments for these people. And y'all sitting here playing to these people tune, man. Y'all better wake the fuck up. Because it's going to be a day, like, just being honest, it's going to be a day when you don't hear sound doctrine. You know? Because little do you know, every day you're trying to be rocked to sleep. And because you believe in such a certain tone, or as I tell people all the time, you believe in a certain doctrine, y'all believe that particularly that what the media says or what society says is right. Me, I don't wear no fucking mask in public. Fuck the coronavirus. The coronavirus need to worry about me. Don't worry about that shit. And to be honest with you, it's all about your state of mental maturity. It's all about your state of research. It's all about your state of developing a higher consciousness. But you know what? As no one will say it, as I say on my channel, a lot of people are bitch made. They're scared. They want someone else to tell them what to do. Come on now. Fuck that. They lied to you on every angle, and now when it comes time for you to assert yourself, when it comes time for you to actually do what you have to do in your own personal life, you scared now? What kind of future are you going to have for your fucking kids? You want your kids to fail like our previous generation failed, or are you going to stand up and you're going to do what you got to do? See, this knowledge, that's why I tell a lot of people when it comes to higher understanding, higher elevation, if you ain't ready for it, click this video off, unsubscribe, and get the fuck on. Go be a coon. And I said it on my channel. Straight. Go be a coon. Go get you some of that Republican fiat. Because me, I'm one of the people, I am unapologetically masculine first, Nubian above everything, and third, in touch with my creator. I don't give a fuck what a system says. But my job, in order in my life to actually live, is to actually defeat the system by the system's own rules. Because they implemented those rules in the system for a reason, for the smart ones to actually get over and move through it. When will y'all wake up? Ain't nobody here to save you. Black Lives Matter, all that dumbass shit that's about to pop off in the next couple of weeks, man. Fuck that movement. I said it. It's the truth. Don't work for you. Black Lives. First of all, we ain't black. Y'all gonna wake the fuck up. Shake yourself and wake yourself. Or else you're gonna break yourself. Now I know this might hit hard with a lot of people. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. Because, you know, people have this approach where they have to feel like they have to bow down at the table of the so-called oppressor. Man, y'all better wake the fuck up. And get the fuck from underneath the slumber that you've been underneath for centuries. And come to the sense of the realization of the knowledge of the God and Goddess that you are. If you can't do it, die. Period. If you can't do it, don't contact me. Straight. I ain't got nothing to do with you. But if you are who you say you are, rise. And rise quickly. Because there's no choice left but to be who you are supposed to be. Now, you don't have to go profess this to anybody. Live within it, within yourself. Let the seed be planted in your heart in order for you to establish yourself as who you're supposed to be. And don't tell nobody shit. Just move. And move quickly. This your first time viewing this channel? Like and subscribe. You don't like what I have to say on my channel? Move along. My path is very clear because I live on the road that leads to light. Now, do I want to be the people's demigod? No, not at all. But as long as my creator gave me the ability to tell truth, I will tell the truth, whether you like it or not. Deal with it. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification button because, like I said before, YouTube is shadow banning me. So I'm just that goddamn voice for us. Next video will be called The Curse of Christianity. And yeah, I know a lot of people ain't gonna like that. But you better buckle up. Buckle up. Because Christianity is a curse. Straight. Like and subscribe. Peace, light, love. Let's roll, y'all. Let's go ahead and pave the way to a better existence as opposed to succumbing to an inferior one. Agents, do not contact me whatsoever. I do not consent, nor do I oblige. And you just learned a very significant truth in less than 17 minutes. Take care, y'all. Peace.